Can a 10-year-old be trusted to own and operate his own boat in a responsible manner? To answer that question, we have to look back into the early days and the years of Hunter's boating exposure. As a family, we spend a fair bit of our time boating, with approximately 60 to 70 nights a year are spent on the water. There has always been a focus on responsibility and safety. While at anchor, the kids head out off the back of the boat, like many kids might go out into the backyard of a large property. If possible, they swim or take a kayak, paddleboard, dinghy, and explore the water, the shore, or whichever becomes the object of interest. This principle has always been at the heart of the value proposition with boating for our entire family, and probably most boaters in general. As kids get older, we the parents have to teach and let them be allowed to exercise their own decision-making skills without setting them up for failure. Over the years, Hunter has demonstrated good judgment. From time to time, we have had to limit or altogether block his usage because of an isolated event, such as a lack of attention. However, Hunter has strongly showed safe operation, and we have been complimented many times by total strangers at anchorages who have noticed his careful operation. By the time the kids came along, our boating was well established and part of our lifestyle, and it came very natural to the kids.
Hunter started out playing in the dinghy at the anchors, sometimes for hours at a time, and was always down for going for a dinghy rep. At age 3, he began kayaking on his own, and by age 4, he was able to maneuver confidently.
Hello! That's because Hunter saw me doing a lot. Don't get me.
At age 5, we came across an 8-foot fiberglass rowboat at the Ogden Point Spring Boat Swamp Meet. Hunter used $200 of his savings to buy this little boat. He used this boat to learn how to row quite well and had aspirations of powering it one day. To be allowed to run a powerboat of any sort, the operator must possess a PCOC or Pleasure Craft Operator's Card issued by Transport Canada. Makena and Hunter both started studying to write the exam. Both kids have been around safe boating for so many years that much of it is common sense. Makena didn't have any issue. Hunter, on the other hand, knew the content, but his reading skills had not yet arrived, deciphering many of the longer words, so I had to read many of the questions on the exam to him. He honestly answered all the questions himself and passed the exam without an issue the first time. By 7 years old, we found him a little 1990s vintage 3-horsepower Yamaha outboard. It needed the typical carburetor disassembly and clean out, but these are opportunities for illustrating value and teaching basic mechanical skills. This engine could be started with the first pull with one finger afterwards. Once Hunter got the outboard, him and Makena could go fishing, they could go check out places a little further away. All of a sudden, a light wind wasn't as much of an obstacle. By spring of 2020, the little 8-foot rowboat was becoming too small, and an unofficial search for a larger dinghy had begun. Around that time, a graceful offer of a used fiberglass 10-foot hull in trade for the 3-horse Yamaha outboard was offered and accepted. We got these what's called smart tabs for the boat. Pick these up used. So the way they work is there's a nitrogen cylinder in here, and what this boat does, because it's kind of short, the front tends to porpoise a little bit once it gets onto plane. So these kind of put a certain amount of pressure, and you buy them with the right amount of pressure for the size of boat and everything else, and these are the size that this boat should have. And these sort of push down. Once there's enough pressure pushing against these, they will start to come up, but it kind of forces the bow down and should keep the boat flatter in the water, get onto plane a little quicker. I've never used these personally myself. I have seen them on quite a few boats in the past, but have never used them myself. We got to change the leg oil, and then there's an impeller down in here we'll be changing. We got to finish mounting the depth sounder. That will be the bulk of projects that need to happen on this little boat. So once we get all those things done, see what it looks like. And what are we going to install on here?
A depth sounder?
Here, show me. Oh yeah, where'd you get that?
Christmas.
Oh, that should be good. And where are we going to put it?
Here.
Oh, that's pretty good. So yeah, we're going to install the depth sounder on his boat. We also got this used solar panel, and we're going to mount that here. So and then it can be sort of flipped up when it's at the dock. This battery box here, we are going to undermount under the seat here. So that's going to have a small battery in it. It's going to have a solar charger to keep the battery topped. We're also putting a little depth sounder because when it sits at the dock in the water, the rain inevitably fills it up a little bit from time to time. So the idea is it will keep itself empty of water, and also it'll give power for the depth sounder, and if we want to put any lights on it or anything like that, then we can also do that. Hunter started using this dinghy last year, and we managed to find a really good price on this Yamaha 8-horse. We got to get some wire, it looks like. What else are we going to need? We need to build a bracket for the bilge pump down here. Oh, we have to install an impeller. Yeah. So yeah, we got to put a new impeller in the engine. There was one in there that kind of works, but you're always best to put a new impeller in, especially when you get a used outboard. Okay, so far this is the box that I have built. So we have our fuses here with our positive bus, negative. There's our little 12-volt battery, and we have a solar controller here. And I got this hooked up here, so we are able to turn that on. So this is what's going to go in Hunter's boat for to hook up the depth sounder, and we'll probably hook up this little 76 Garmin GPS. So I'll be putting another power source out to that GPS as well. And the bilge pump is going to run off of this mark here. That should be almost about it. Just got to finish some of these wiring connections, and then just got to mount that setup in the boat. Okay, so one of the things we've got to do here, Hunter, is we're going to be mounting this bilge pump back here. So see this right here? Mm-hmm. This is where we're going to mount it. We got to come up with a hose. I'd like to bring the hose right up here, but I think it'll kink. So we'll run the hose out this way and then up this way. Either go out here with it or go out here with it. You think that would work okay?
Yep.
Do you think there'd be any problems with it? This here, do you think that it might get damaged at all?
Only if someone steps on it.
Well, that's a good point. But this here, somebody stepping in or out of the boat, somebody could step on this and they could crack this, right?
Yep.
What should we do? What do you think we could do to fix that? Can you think of anything?
I think we
to put maybe a box or something over top, so then
Show me what you mean there.
you could use something like that.
Oh, I know what you're okay. Yeah, so if we could maybe put something in here like this and go over top and at least protect the pump and where it comes out of here. Once it's the hose, it's okay. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Maybe bolt it in up here and just come down here with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this old piece of stainless. I'm not sure I remember what it was ever for, but it's been sitting around here for years. I cut a transom plate out of it for a boat a few years back. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece. We'll take the angle grinder. We'll cut this here like this. We'll cut this here like this and like this. Then we'll take that piece and we'll mount it on there as such. And this will be the cover that will box it in, kind of like we were talking about, right, hon?
Yeah.
Then that should actually box it in just the way we're kind of talking about there. Done. What do you think?
Ew, that smells so bad.
Well, that's the smell of burning metal. But we have the piece done. Should we go see if it'll fit?
Sure.
Let's see if this works out as we were talking about. So I'll have this here. And basically we'll just go like that. What do you think of that, huh? And we got this nice dull edge out this way, so it shouldn't really represent much of a hazard to cut yourself on. And we can just bolt it right down through here. Sound good?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So we'll get the holes drilled in that a little later. What were we gonna do now?
Let's measure the wiring.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna have to have the wiring going from the bilge pump. We have to get the wiring from the bilge pump, then we'll have to go around to our box. We have to get the wiring, we have to measure the wiring from the solar panel to the box. And then we have to set up the wiring to your depth sounder, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's measure it up.
Okay, Hunter, so what are we doing today?
We are filling up this bucket so then we can clean the inside of the boat.
Yes, because we finished everything else, right? So now we just have to clean your boat and then it'll be ready to take down.
And fill it with gas.
Yes, and fill it with gas. That's pretty necessary. Okay.
Turn it off.
I don't know why we didn't have it on the hose in the first place.
Yeah.
That would just make it better.
Let's go turn it off.
I see now why I see.
Yeah, we didn't use it.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Hey, you didn't know either.
All right, the day has come. We are going to take Hunter's boat back to the water. So we got to bring it around to the front so we can hook it up to the trailer hitch. We'll go get some gas first, and then we'll take it down to the boat ramp and we'll launch it. Then they can go take the boat over to the marina and we can meet them there. And we'll see how this shakes out. All right, Hunter, are you ready to take your boat back down to the boat ramp and back to the marina?
Yeah, I've been waiting quite a while because some weeks we haven't done much. So I've been waiting for this a long time.
Oh.
Are you excited?
Yes.
How excited?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Sure.
9.5.
Pretty good.
I think Mommy might have something for
Yeah, I
you.
think for a new season of boating, I think you need something new. Got you a new life jacket. You want to take that one off?
Oh, try it on.
Try this
I'm
one
gonna see
on.
if it fits.
Orange one I think you've had for about 3 or 4 years.
This one's nice.
Oh, that looks like it fits you good.
I think that orange one's gotten a little too small.
Oh yeah. That fits you much better. Okay, what do you say? Let's
All
go
right.
take your boat down. Okay?
Okay, let's cut those tags off and get it ready.
Hunter walk forward with it so we're getting the top.
All right, kids. I guess it's time for you guys to head towards the marina now. We're gonna head by land. You're gonna head by water. You got your instruments on?
Yep.
See that line, Hunt?
Uh-huh.
That line's what you're gonna follow. That pink line, okay?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, off you go.
Bye-bye.
So unofficially, the race would be on. We would be going by land in the track, which is faster, but the water was smooth like a mill pond. The kids could probably run pretty fast under the conditions. We would have a lot of stoplights where they wouldn't have any. Okay, so we are leaving the boat ramp right now. The kids are already got to jump on us, okay?
Yeah, so I'll periodically check on my cell phone here where they are. Hopefully we beat them back to the marina.
But it's not a race.
No, it's not a race. Even though we might think it is, and they might think.
They said it wasn't a race, but we all know it's a race, right, Hunter?
Yeah.
And we're gonna win.
It's kind of like one of those Top Gears where one of them goes by sea, one of them goes by
Yeah,
by land. One goes by car, one goes by boat.
yeah.
I'm sure he isn't. I'm sure Hunter's not going to give us an inch. He is going to go for it as quick as he can. It's too bad there wasn't a seaside route that we could see them during
Yeah.
the drive over.
Well, just kind of curiosity, I'll do my first check on my phone here.
I left the tailgate down from when I was launching the boat, and now I got to pull over. That's going to cost us some time.
Uh-oh. So I'm just looking on my phone right now, and where they are on the water, they're actually right across from where we are pulled over. So we might beat them now, because we're gonna have to turn up here and get onto the highway, and then of course highway speed, which they won't be going, so we might get ahead of them there. So, Matt, I just looked and we're kind of almost right beside him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it might be faster to go straight, even though it's not as fast. Going to the highway might have delays with the light. I think we should not go to the highway.
Okay, whatever way you want to go.
I think we'll take 5th and go all the way down. So they have to go out past Roberts Point to get in. That's going to buy us a little bit. We have a little bit more of a straight line. With this route, we're not going a whole lot faster than they are, though.
Yeah, we're still actually, it's interesting, we're still actually like right beside them.
I think we will get to the boat before them. We were all now nearing the harbor. Us on the road in the truck, and the kids were making really good progress across the water in Hunter's dinghy. It would all be over pretty soon, and we would find out who the winners are going to be. Well, I think we are winning this race. Not that it's a race, but I think we are ahead of them.
Yeah, because now they're going to come into Seam Harbor.
Okay, we're coming into the marina now. And Hunts, what's your final answer? Do you think our mom and dad beat us?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, I kind of think the same. I would like to think that we beat them.
And they have to actually slow down a little bit through the harbor, of course, because you can't go through at full speed. Hopefully Hunter doesn't go in at full speed.
I don't think he will.
No, he knows better.
Yeah, he knows better.
I have sad news. I see your dad. It's very sad. Although you go a lot faster in a car, especially on the highways.
I think I hear them coming. We'll just see.
How was it?
It was smooth.
Yeah? You were pretty well right beside us until we got here, and you had to sort of turn to go down into the harbor, right? How did the depth sounder and GPS work? Yeah? Did the engine run good?
Yeah. We were going like 12 knots, and then we kind of slowed it down to 11, and then we were going 11 for half and 12 for half.
Okay, well, we made it back to the boat. The dinghy is nice and safe and sound at the front of the slip. The entire crew performed amazingly. Everything is safe and sound and where it should be. So I guess it's back to home, and
See what we get up to this weekend.
that's right. So can a 10-year-old boy be trusted to own and operate his own boat in a responsible manner? For us, absolutely.